Hey, how you doing? It's been a while since I've been here. Uh, just wanted to do a vlog update for anybody interested in listening to somebody ramble. I would like to get to a point of doing videos that are structured and give information in a way that's easy to follow instead of just listening to someone talk out of their ass for 30 minutes. But today it's just a vlog of me just talking about what's going on, what's been on my mind. So I started my own business. I started out doing Etsy and my own website, but I kind of merged them together because all the traffic I was getting was on Etsy. So instead of, ignore my noisy chair, instead of spending the money on a site that wasn't getting any traffic, and I wasn't really doing the work necessary to direct people to it, I redirected my URL to Etsy, my Etsy shop. I make bracelets. I know I got a lot of people on here that are very logical or left-brained, because in a lot of ways I am one myself. But I've always been drawn to crystals and gemstones, and I can feel the energy in them and do believe that they can help us heal, and I've used them myself for the healing journey. But I also view them as holding an intention. So that's what I do. I make bracelets with a certain intention. For instance, my mind is calm, and I've taken gemstones that have the qualities to help you calm your mind, but I give you an affirmation to say that comes along in the bracelet, and I just talk so slow. So even if you're very logic, if you view it as a reminder of your intention worn on your wrist, it's a very helpful tool. I view it in both ways. The power of intent is incredible. But so I've been super busy, focused on that, so I haven't really done any videos. My last video I was talking about coming out of depression, and I do want to continue on that. I think the next thing that I would talk about would be the diet. The diet is so very important, and I have proven it to myself if I needed any proof, because with the stress of the new business, I've had moments of wanting to turn to comfort foods, which are all junk food, highly processed food, and my mental will start to decline a little bit, and then I'll have to pull back, get myself back to eating healthy again. I've never gone back to a state of depression, but I notice, I'm feeling a certain way. Currently, my energy is drained. Well, currently because it's tax season, and this is my first year dealing with it, with my own business. So it's a little overwhelming. I've also been, in all honesty, I've been in pain for 3 years, and I'm tired. I have started with yoga. I started that last year. Um, it's aggravating because, I'm at the point I've wanted to dance again. I have been dancing again and exercise again and, go walking. And now, if I'm having a good day and then I go and dance or go and exercise or even go walking, I end up somewhat regretting it. I end up in pain. I've got stuff going on with my hips and my lower back, and I did fall March of last year, but it didn't seem like a big deal, and I continued exercising, and my goal last year was to not get less than, I know I didn't reach this every day, but I really wanted to get at least 14,000 steps a day, and some days I was getting 20. I was averaging around 14. A lot of days I got 15 or 16, and always over 10. It was always over 10. It was almost always over 11. And even on my rest days, which I didn't give myself many, my rest days were no less than 8,000 steps a day. And after that fall, like I said, it didn't seem like a big problem at first. And I just kept walking and kept exercising and kept dancing. And then I noticed I was starting to hurt, and I just kept pushing through it. It'll go away. And it didn't. It just got worse and worse and worse. So I started with yoga. I saw a deep tissue massage therapist a couple times. And I eventually asked my PCP for a steroid pack, and that helped. That was, I think, in October of last year, and I was doing pretty decent. Having tender moments, but it was never as bad as before the steroid pack. And we got weather we don't typically get here. I mean, we've gotten it, but it is not a normal thing. And so we had, I don't know, 10 inches or so of snow, and ice was mixed in that. And having this business, I have to get out of the driveway so I can ship my products. And I shoveled the whole damn driveway, and the worst part wasn't really the driveway itself. It was where the driveway meets the road and where they plowed, and this big giant wall accumulated. And I killed my back doing that. So I've been fighting that since. So I'm drained because I hurt. And I continue to, I'm not trying to get 15,000 steps a day, but I am aiming for the 10. I refuse to be sedentary, but also if I sit too long, it hurts. It's a damned if I do and damned if I don't. It has to be this delicate balance of movement and rest. And it's pissing me off a little bit because I'm not that great at the balance. So I am frustrated because I'm healthier now than I've been since I was a teenager. And in a lot of ways, my body feels better than it did when I was in my 20s. I was quite miserable in my 20s and early 30s, being as overweight as I was. But I have different aches and pains now, and I'm also in my mid-40s, and perimenopause is coming about, and apparently in perimenopause you have aches and pains just because you're alive or slowly dying. I'm not sure. I know it's the hormonal changes in the body, but I'm frustrated. I am frustrated. But so that's been part of why I've not been here a lot. I've been low on energy, and when I have energy, it's going into my business. I have wanted to make better videos. I have so much information to share, but I need to figure out how to structure them. And me being organized is never something that's been... I mean, I'm getting better about it in my living environment, because I used to live in absolute chaos. But my mind, the way it works, is still a bit chaotic. It bounces from here and there and back again, and then over to some place I hadn't been to in 20 years, and then off to another galaxy, and then back to the original point. So figuring out how to structure a video is something I need to do, and I don't know when I'll get the time to do it. But it'll come eventually. I need a drink. I'm sorry. But I don't know. Yeah, my diet has been a battle. The other thing is, when you hurt, it's hard to care. I mean, it's really windy out there if you hear stuff. I think we're getting rain. But yeah, when you hurt, it's really hard to care. It's really hard to care, but you have to care, because when you eat highly inflammatory foods, it just makes it so much worse. But I have moments I give in. I'm also annoyed because some of you are here from my addiction to kratom videos. Kratom or kratom, however you want to say it, is not the only thing I've been addicted to. I've been addicted to many things in my life. Well, now that I'm experiencing pain, I have tried helping myself out with weed. You know, everybody swears by it, that it helps them so much, and all it does is causes more tension in my body. I am in so much pain when I try to do that. I have taken a medication that I used to be on in the past, to see if it helps me. And once I fall asleep, it does make me go to sleep, and it'll help me sleep because I am battling sleep with the pain I'm in. I'm like taking in a lot of air. But gabapentin. Taking gabapentin before I go to sleep, because it makes my head foggy, and I do not like that at all. I get tension in my body. It's like I'm fighting it. And I have even been offered a pain pill, and I cut them fuckers. And if you're giving me a 5, I'm cutting it in 3s. It's just enough to help the pain. If I take any more, if I were to take a whole, no, it's miserable. It's a miserable experience. So I can't even escape the pain with any type of drug or substance, or maybe not, I mean, that's escaping the pain. Get relief from the pain, complete relief, because my body is fighting the fact that I used to be an addict, and I guess I'm afraid to go back there. So that's not even really an option for me. Like I said, I can take enough that it might take the edge off, but if I take enough that it starts to make me feel high, I feel tension, and it makes the pain worse. So that's another frustrating thing. Yep, that's where that's at. I don't know where else to go with this. I mean, I'm already 15 minutes into the video. Sorry, I'm dressed like a bum. I'm just in my PJs, lounging around the house. I've already been out this morning and ran some errands, and I've been trying to figure out something with taxes. But I went walking before the weather started coming in, so I just decided to get out of my clothes and get comfy. I don't know. Yeah, hopefully I'll be back soon. I've been feeling called to start recording videos again, and I keep not, because I want a structure to them. But maybe if I just start doing general vlogs, boring ass, you're just listening to someone talk vlogs, at least once a week, that'll get something rolling. So we'll see. But I don't know. Tell me how you all have been. Tell me if there's anything new going on, and anything you want to share. And I hope you're doing okay. And I'll catch you in the next video. I love you guys.